a strong first move played by grandmasters and beginners alike. This popular knight move fights for central control and can lead to a variety of openings. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square. The king's Indian defense prepares to develop the bishop to g7, allowing white to build up a strong center, which black will later try to undermine. Knight c3 prepares the e2-e4 pawn push and helps control the d5 square. Bishop g7 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. e4 takes full control of the center. d6 controls the e5 square and allows the light-squared bishop to develop. f3 supports the e4 pawn and prepares to develop the dark-squared bishop to e3 and the queen to d2, a common attacking setup versus fianchetto systems. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Knight g2 develops the knight toward the center, supports the d4 pawn and the knight on c3. c5 takes space in the center and attacks the d4 pawn. Bishop e3 develops the bishop toward the center and adds a defender to the d4 pawn. This protects an underdefended pawn that is under attack. Moving from its starting spot, the queen gets involved in the game. Textbook play so far. By castling to the opposite side of the board, the game will tend to be more double-edged. Moving the queen gives black more flexibility in the middle game. This threatens to win material through a tactic. Black launches a pawn advance, pushing toward the opponent's king. This permits the opponent to play a stunning move, ignoring the threat on the queen. Ignoring the threat on the queen, a difficult move to see. That queen was free for the taking. This is the strongest option. This threatens to win a knight through an eventual fork. That pawn was free for the taking. This gives away a free rook. That rook was free for the taking. The better move was to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. Black develops further. That was a free pawn. This is the way to win a pawn. This moves the bishop to safety. That pawn was free for the taking. Black was better off, but now their position is winning. Very precise. The knight finds a new active square. This will win a pawn with correct play, the correct move to safety. This is the way to win a pawn. The correct move to safety. That was a free pawn. This threatens to tactically win a pawn. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. White activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This misses an opportunity to capture a free pawn. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is an equal trade, a straightforward recapture. This blocks an attack on a rook. This attacks a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. Right on target. A clear recapture. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. This allows the opponent to force eventual checkmate. With the right follow-up, this will lead to checkmate. This removes a rook that put the king in check. This continues the checkmate threat.